In 1954, a man stepped off a flight in Tokyo and changed reality forever. He wore a suit. He carried a briefcase. He spoke calmly, but when he handed over his passport, Japanese immigration officers froze. The country printed on it did not exist. This wasn't fake. It had stamps from real airports. It had visas. It had customs markings. But legally, this man belonged to a nation that appeared in no map, no history book, and no world record. And just when investigators thought they found a clue, he vanished from a locked hotel room. This is the mystery of the man from Taured, one of the strangest real-life cases ever recorded. It was a normal morning at Haneda Airport. Immigration officers processed thousands of travelers like usual. Then at 10 a.m., a middle-aged European businessman approached the counter. Nothing about him seemed unusual until the officer saw the passport. The document said nationality, toward country of origin. Toward the officer checked the list. No such country existed. Thinking it was a misunderstanding, the officer asked, "Where is Taured located?" The man looked confused. He replied confidently, "Near France and Spain. Between them, Taured, but between France and Spain is Andorra, not Taured," the man insisted. His country had existed for over 1,000 years. He had traveled to Japan multiple times, and he had stamps to prove it. Immigration officials examined the passport more carefully. It was perfectly printed, official, detailed, impossible to fake in that era. Inside, the passport showed entry stamps from Europe, previous visits to Japan, bank logos from Taured, a driver's license from the same unknown nation. Everything looked real-exed the country. The man became irritated. He pulled out a map from his briefcase and pointed at the location where Taured should be. But on the map, only Andorra appeared. He became pale, confused, frightened. He said quietly, "I don't understand. This must be a joke. My country is right there." Officials realized something strange was happening. This wasn't a prank. This was something else. Authorities moved the man to a private room for extended questioning. They asked about his company, his business trip, his family, his country's history. He gave precise, consistent answers. He even showed bank statements from a Taured bank verified by embossed stamps and signatures. When officials contacted the company he claimed to work for, the Japanese branch said, "We have no record of him." When they contacted the European office, they said, "The company exists, but no employee by that name works here." Finally, they called the hotel where he said he had a reservation. Shockingly, they confirmed a reservation was booked under his name. But his company paid for it, and that company didn't exist. Nothing matched, but nothing contradicted him. It was like he came from a world almost identical to ours. But not quite the same. Authorities decided to move him to a hotel room under surveillance while they investigated further. They placed him in a room on the top floor with Two armed guards outside, no balcony, one door, a 7-story drop outside the window. The man remained calm, telling officers, "I've been coming to Japan for business for 5 years." This is a misunderstanding. That night, the guards stood watch. He could not leave. There was nowhere to go. But the next morning, when officers opened the door, the room was empty. The bed was untouched. The bathroom was empty. The window was locked from the inside. The man from Taured had vanished. No footage showed him leaving. The guards saw nothing. His passport, documents, and briefcase disappeared with him. It was as if the man simply returned to wherever he came from. To this day, there has been zero evidence he ever existed. The case sparked investigations around the world. None solved it. Here are the leading theories. 1. Parallel universe theory. He slipped through a dimensional glitch, a universe where Taured exists. He stayed temporarily, then slipped back. This is the most popular explanation. Some believe Taured might exist in a different timeline, past or future, and he accidentally crossed into ours. A small group claims he was a spy with advanced forged documents. But this doesn't explain how he vanished from a guarded room with no exit. People argue he is proof of merging realities, where some remember details that never existed in this timeline. Skeptics argue it's a myth created by writers in the 1970s. But multiple references to the story appear in earlier publications, and some claims come from retired airport security staff. This only deepens the mystery. But whatever you believe, one thing is certain. A man walked into Tokyo Airport with a passport from a country that this world has never known. He claimed he'd been here before. He had proof, yet he vanished without a trace. Was he a traveler from a parallel Earth, a glitch in reality, a forgotten intelligence operation, or did he simply return to the world where Taured really exists? The truth remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries.